Oh, hey. Let me put it back on. Hey. Y'all know what it is. This is SoulllConnections. I'm your host, Slim. Self-love is mandatory, and I'm in the building today. We are at 326 East 8th Avenue, Homestead, PA, 15120, called The Spot. And we're back. And you already know who I have with me today. And as always, go ahead, y'all.
Hey y'all, I'm Shay, Gaia.
You already know, it's your boy Fredo, aka Lord Fibonacci, aka Bro God, Fresh Fries, Twisted Designer, Drugs Only, in the house.
Yeah, so y'all already know what it is. Yeah, so we had some interesting topics during the week that came up, and one that we did agree on was, which is the topic of today's show, which is unconditional love versus conditional love. And the reason how we came up with this topic,
These guys out there.
Yeah, of course these guys out there. And Kiki Palmer and them.
That might be too different.
Sarah for a little bit of feathers.
Shout out to the Boondocks.
Mr. Spill Your Girl, Usher. I mean, you lost your chick to Usher.
He did it on Boondocks. That's like he did it on Boondocks.
He's like, I can see if it was a real nigga like T.I., but Usher?
He's a bust.
He's standing in the top of standing in the road like, look at my chest.
Yo, the God, though. The work you say come from the heart.
It all started with a Sarah smile.
Yo, don't you smile around me.
Yes.
He sang his heart out.
He was embarrassed. He was absolutely embarrassed.
Wait, ain't that the Pimp Named Slickback episode?
He said, he got to smack that bitch, right? My bad, Facebook.
No, wait, what he said? He said, stop playing with me, bitch. You make it work every time my iMac come out.
Yo, why did this shorty whipping go?
It's about now, talking about law. You should be able to whoop her ass. That's what he told
She was whipping him though. He said, Tom, you can't let her do
Come on,
that.
you let that.
You can't let her do like
It was
that,
funny.
Tom.
Oh, the Boondocks was definitely funny. Let me get this out
Don't
there.
worry about that. Don't worry about that.
All right, y'all. But yeah, if you ain't see the Boondocks, shout out to the Boondocks. It did strike again. Let me find out the Boondocks was the Simpsons for real. True.
You know what, back in the day when it was like, nigga technology.
Right.
It's like, damn, nigga technology, bro?
Right. So I guess we start off with the question, unconditional and conditional love. Fredo, I have to ask you because you are, you are the only man right here, right now. Here and Yes. You know, he in the background now fixing some things up for us, but it's cool. But Shay, you want to go ahead and answer that while he handle his? Are you coming? You done?
No, I'm coming right.
I don't know how to tag people in this.
Tag him in post, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Oh, I don't own any rights to any of these songs that I'm singing or any music that might be played or any drinks that I am drinking. And this is our disclaimer that this is only for entertainment purposes only. Please do not sue us. We do not have what you're looking for. That's my disclaimer.
And they ain't trying to take nothing.
Yeah, so I'm sorry about that, Fredo. Go ahead, honey.
Oh, what was the question?
The question was unconditional love or love? Or unconditional love or conditional love?
Well,
And how do you love? Do you love conditional or unconditional?
me personally, I love unconditionally. Yeah, it doesn't matter who you are or what you do. If I connect with you, we vibe like that, I love you. And I love you forever.
Do it all.
Yeah.
Do it all.
True family is for all moments, I love you.
Shay? Yeah. What about you?
I'm more for unconditional.
You're more for unconditional love?
Yep. Unconditional love. That's what I prefer. Yeah.
I'm going to be a Carly Red here and I'm going to shake the table.
Don't do that. Don't think. Well, I mean, look, honestly, let's keep it real, right? Females are gonna love only on condition. It's good. But yeah, they're only gonna love on condition. Cause I mean, like, You can't be with no broke ass nigga.
Okay, excuse me. First, let me interject. Hump the horn here. First and foremost, allow me to answer the question first, and I am going to play devil advocate here. I'm going to go ahead and say this. I used to love unconditional until I realized that loving myself, I had to put up boundaries. So I'm no longer loving unconditionally while disrespecting myself, while not still loving me first. So I had to learn how to love unconditionally with still putting me first and still loving me. Hence, self-love is mandatory, hence my name. Because I didn't love myself to the point that I loved you so unconditionally that I allowed anything that you did, even if it was disrespecting me. So I had to learn that. So now as I got older, well now, yes, my love comes with conditions. Because me finding out to be a ride or die chick, I'm a ride with you till wheels fall off. I'm a die with you, but the whole time I'm doing that, you already killing me. You dying me. You feel what I'm saying?
Killing me.
Yes.
Yes. Give me sorry with his song, telling my whole life.
Hold up, I hit that just a little bit. No,
Are you loving yourself unconditionally?
I'm loving myself. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm learning to love myself also unconditionally too. Because I'm not saying that there's certain things that I had did to myself where I also had to forgive myself, but I know not to do that again because I remember how it made me feel due to my ignorance of me genuinely not knowing. So now since it's like kind of like when you become awakened. Once you know what you know, you can't unknow what you know. You understand what I'm saying?
Ignorance is bliss, isn't it?
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah, right. So that's what I learned. I have to love with conditions at this point. I have to. Because I can't afford to allow myself to leave me again and not know me again and then develop somebody else's personality and adapt to them again. And it's okay though, right? It's okay because I can still love you with all my heart under the conditions of this, and this, under the conditions of you not disrespecting me, getting me off of my boundaries. Yes. So as I got older and I'm learning the difference in understanding and I'm implementing it, and it feels way much better. I got that Bruce Leroy going, put it that way. That's that self-love, that's that swim coming out, baby.
Isn't that like unconditional?
Unconditional
You love me still. You just set up boundaries now.
Well, the boundaries are the conditions, right? Like you have to be respectful. You might have to go to therapy, you know. You might
been there, done that.
You might have to have your, finances in order. You might need to be emotionally intelligent. These are conditions, right? And we swap conditions out with boundaries, whatever have you. But
conditions are expectations.
Those will lead you to failure every time.
Which ones?
Expectations. If you're expecting,
but that's what I'm saying. Which one is it? The conditions or expectations, or they're the same?
Oh no, they're conditions. At least
the
for
conditions
men.
or the expectations.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
you are expected to follow out of these conditions.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You are expected that when you come around me, that you're going to have a different type of energy because you're going to feel, don't bring that shit my way. You damn right. You absolutely right. And there's nothing wrong with that.
You know what's fucked up, though?
What is fucked up? Go ahead.
Men will never be loved unconditionally.
You know what? I read something. Excuse me. It says, do you think that a man can love a woman unconditionally, but a woman can't love a man unconditionally?
Always. Men always love women unconditionally.
What?
Listen, you don't gotta have a job. You don't gotta have nothing going for yourself. If that nigga got everything going for himself and he decided to pick you to be his chick, he's loving you unconditionally. There's no conditions that he's, requiring you to be his woman except for just being a woman.
He won't want her to be jawbones.
No. There's a lot of guys out here who have their shit together, pay all the bills in the house.
That's true.
And just got a female do housewife shit. Even if
be his slave.
It ain't like that. It's on the level of being like, females don't have to bring nothing to the table for
So he
except for
don't
just
have no
being a female and being, like,
he
just
has
being
no
a support.
conditions, so which means he has no boundaries.
Some guys
So
are
you're
like
saying
that.
that.
Some guys are like that. Some guys don't have, most men don't have boundaries because we're always looking to grow and stretch. So if you have boundaries, you're locking yourself into a position where you can't grow any further.
That's not true.
You don't think?
No, I don't think that's true at all.
You can,
Because boundaries at the end of the day.
You can both not have a boundary.
Well, it depends on what boundaries to whom it is.
Yes, exactly.
Because I'm not gonna tolerate disrespecting my boundaries. Okay, you disrespect me, okay, there's repercussions.
But some of those things sometimes for some people are learned, right? And you learn from your painful situations a lot of times, where you should, right? So those boundaries that you may not have had, you know, hopefully you became aware that you need them and you started to implement them. That would be the growth part, you know what I mean?
I only go understand that, like, most men don't care about boundaries, because, like, as a man, once you hit a certain level in the game, like, you kind of know what females are going to offer you to some degree. Like, depending on what kind of man you are and the kind of females you chase, you know exactly what you're going to get. Like it's not, and there's no extra requirements needed for a man. Like, I already got the house, I got a good job, you know, we have some kids, you know what I mean? I mean, outside of her, like, not trying to disrespect you, men don't care.
That is the truth.
They just,
You had that right.
I mean, niggas don't care.
You're right. There you go. Coming up.
In the reverse though, right? In the reverse, females, hey, he gotta have his bag right. You know, he gotta be making 6 figures. He gotta be, you know, he gotta look good. He gotta be 6 feet tall. You know, he gotta.
Okay, so we have standards.
Those are conditions.
Those are expectations. Those are standards.
Why can't it be what they like?
In order for this man to talk to me, he has to be 6'11". That's his standard.
But maybe that's not what they like.
I'm just
Damn, that nigga shot.
he a ball player and shit. No.
But see, like, this goes back when we was having on an episode, a couple episodes back, we was talking about, like, you know, the dynamics of a relationship. Right? Most of the dynamics in a relationship are based off of these conditions, right? If a man falls off, like losing his job, right? She might leave him. She might decide that the grass is greener, or another nigga's pocket is greener on the other side. You know?
Whose fault is that?
Well, wait a minute.
Okay, why would you be with a woman like that? It's
Most, you don't know until you're there.
And that's true too. And I've been in that
Do you do
situation.
something about it? Or do you just like,
As a man, there's really nothing you can do.
You just love them. So, you know, I mean, unconditional. When I say I love unconditionally, that does not give nobody to go ahead to violate me.
Wait, say that to me again?
Doesn't give nobody to go ahead to violate me.
To violate you.
Yeah, it's a violation. So you know, do something against me, it's a violation. That I don't, because I love you unconditionally. Like, I can have unconditional love for somebody and still have my boundaries.
That's why I said I'm
I
learning.
don't know. I feel like the boundaries are conditions.
To me, they're not conditions.
Right,
I'm allowing them
I love
to be
you.
who they are.
I love you unconditionally under the condition that you listen.
You-
I love you.
who you are.
Hear me out.
You're
I love
still
you.
alive.
I love you under the condition that you won't put your hands on me.
Okay. Now, what if the conditions change? You gonna stop?
Bitch, what do you mean?
I'm just
That's what I'm saying.
You
The condition,
know,
the condition could change or not. I'm still gonna love you. You're just gonna be up there, right?
So, you know,
You're not gonna be over here.
when you get married, you take wedding vows.
Yes.
Till death do us
That's
part, sickness and in health.
that's the problem.
Right.
If they
So,
take a funeral, it don't mean
if the nigga
so he
beat you
beat you
up,
a pulp to death.
I mean, he might be sick.
No.
What do you mean?
No, you
He
might.
need therapy.
He
might be
may
mentally
not.
sick.
But my life ain't worth you being sick.
That's possible.
Okay.
My life is not worth you killing me because
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
stick
no.
around and be back right or
No,
not.
you should help him. You should help him find or get help.
Here go that therapist number. I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna holler at you in about 3
That is
years.
unconditional love.
No, see, that's conditional love, right? Because
I'm not afraid to say my shit come with conditions.
Because
You
you
better
still
line the
love
fuck
them no
out.
matter who they are and you're trying. I do not believe that if he is even if you're going to therapy, just because they're going to therapy don't mean they're actually exercising what they're trying to teach them.
Right.
But if you can see someone's progression, yeah, you stay. But people take that and they stay in shit and be done super ass wrong just because of those lines that they stood up there and said.
No, can I? Respectfully, I'm gonna sit here and speak. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like I was in a relationship. Ain't no secret shit. I was in a relationship, and the relationship was over way more earlier than what we thought it was, and we were trying to carry it out under the thought of unconditional love. But the whole time, getting disrespected, getting cheated on, getting used, abused on both ends.
But that's at what lack of self-love, that's value and worth. But that doesn't mean that's separate from unconditional love. Just as that person, just as like I need to fix something about me.
But if we're doing it to each other,
then that's y'all.
And then how can we sit here and say that I love you and you love me? And if I'm not even loving myself,
because y'all don't even know what love is, obviously.
Well, goddamn.
So it's like, who's loving what? It's a
sprinkle.
Right. Yes. A little razzle dazzle.
So I mean, not like that, but you know what I mean, like real shit.
Yeah.
And that goes back to what I was saying a couple episodes back, right? It was like, when you pick your partner,
You know.
You should trust yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In your decisions, right? If you pick somebody based on the conditions of X, Y, and Z, right? And they don't follow those X, Y, Z, now instantly you don't love them no more.
But truthfully, at the end of the day, X, Y, Z conditions can be manipulated because at the end of the day, there's people out here that are master manipulators that can fall under those conditions.
And
you see what I'm saying? And then manipulate you, and now you caught up in a whole emotional.
That's the right there.
That's
right
abuse.
There. We attach our feelings to experiences that should only be just that.
Wait, say that again. Say that again.
We attach our feelings to experiences. That's
we attach our feelings to experiences. That's some deep shit. Did you hear that?
We attach our feelings.
Well, that's because perspective perpetuates principles. Okay, so if you had an experience that put you in a specific perspective, you're going to perpetuate principles that go in line to not having to go through that experience.
Possibly.
No, not possibly. That's
because people go through the experience again.
Well, that's because it's comfortable. It's
because they didn't learn the lesson. It's because they didn't learn the lesson that they were supposed to in the cycle that they did, but they did not. So therefore, it's going to repeat until they learn the lesson.
Yeah. Because that's what life teaches you is lessons, and until you get it,
absolutely. And that's what my lesson I want to get.
You're
learning to love unconditionally while still loving myself without losing me.
Well, so you can love unconditionally.
I'm sorry, like you were asking. Go ahead.
Do you love yourself unconditionally?
Yeah.
You couldn't.
Yeah,
it's impossible.
How can I love myself? I love, even though I make all my mistakes. I didn't say I didn't feel conviction after I make a mistake or did something that disrespected me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. I'm saying I've had felt that way. However, I still love myself unconditionally because I still forgave myself. I still got up and still did what I needed to do. I still talk to myself, and I do talk to myself, and I answer myself. Real shit. That's what you're supposed to do. So yeah, after we had these conversations and sat down, okay, now how are we going to better this? How are we not going to do this again? What lessons did you learn? And then, believe it or not, I'm one of them type of women, I actually journal. So as I'm doing this, I actually journal this stuff.
My girl did the same thing.
That's a good thing. She's a manifester. Shout out to Freda's girl who's the manifester. Go ahead and write that shit down. Boo-boo.
I just feel like this, right? Truthfully, only children are loved unconditionally.
Children and pets?
No, not even pets. Because if that dog keeps shitting in my house,
you gonna fuck that.
So that's pretty much the same ideal set with men. Like females be like, well, if he keeps shitting in the house, his ass got to go.
Yeah.
So there's no way that he's getting love unconditionally. Like if he keeps cheating, right, you gonna stop loving him.
But at what point? But you are a detriment. So that's the point. It's not a condition. See, that's not a condition. Right, that's not a condition. Now you're trying to control. You're manipulating the love that I have for you because you know I love you, but yet you want to continue to go out here and cheat because apparently this is not the first time because I showed you the love, the respect, and the loyalty to stay with you after it. and now you do it again, and then you do it again, and then, baby, I love you unconditional. Wait a minute, so you love the condition that I'm sitting here allowing you to sleep with these other females, sharing your body?
That's unconditional love.
No, I'm not. There's conditions to this shit.
No.
But wait, look, that all goes back to the question I was asking. All right. Do you love yourself unconditionally?
Yes.
But wait, if that's the case, how could you be like, I'm only dealing with this person if they're like this? Right?
You never said that though.
Hold on, let me finish.
No. If you saying that this motherfucker cheat, and you do X, Y, Z, that you don't love him no more, right? And that takes you off your square and makes you go inside yourself. You're now creating conditions for yourself to love yourself. Because now you're saying, I can't let this person cheat on me because now I'm taking away from myself. You're creating conditions on which you have to love yourself. I know, right? Ain't it wild?
That is some manipulating.
That's that Ike Turner shit. No. But the crazy part is, I kind of understood what you said though. Basically, you're saying by me having my boundaries of loving you, and because I know that you keep doing that, it puts a block on how I love myself.
Yeah, because you keep allowing it
and you keep allowing it. No, that's not. What that is called is called self-reflection, self-acceptance, self-forgiveness.
Not the self-love if you're
because it was all selfish. Okay, so listen, I was in a situation like that. I had to sit here and I had to realize that, okay, I didn't love myself enough. Because I kept allowing this. I kept allowing the hurt. I kept allowing this. So what am I going to love myself to say, whoa, hold up. I'm worth more than this. Hold up. This is conditioned. So I have conditions now. Yes, I love you.
I just got this wall right here and you're over there.
And behind that wall, you fucking. No,
I put you there. I don't give a fuck what you do behind the wall.
So you
because I put you behind there. I still love you. It's
okay.
I'm there, right? Okay. But as far as because you're doing something, first of all, you're violating me because if you cheat knowing it is hurting that person, that's a lack of love. And value for that person.
Is it a lack of love or a lack
of It is a lack of love for the person.
Yeah.
How much can you love them when you don't mind seeing them?
That's some narcissistic shit.
But wait, if you love yourself more, right?
That don't make sense.
Right? And you have to do what's necessary for yourself to be in the right state of mind. You might not even realize, right? You might not even realize that you're doing these things. Like you don't have no intentions of hurting this person. You're just making sure you're keeping yourself right.
Hold on.
I'm just
Whose side are we talking about?
We're talking about
the cheater.
Yeah, the cheater, right?
So he's cheating to keep himself right.
Yes, because he
has unconditional love for her.
No.
What's the difference about the man that beats on the woman? What's different?
Look, the cheater, the woman beater are sick mentally.
All right.
Now, if you love a person, wedding vows, in sickness and in health, through rain and through the whatever, So that's unconditional right there. Just because you beat me the fuck up, now granted, I'm not advocating this, but just because you're beating me the fuck up doesn't mean I have to stop loving you. I just need to help you get help because you're sick. That's what unconditional love truly would be.
Yeah, right? But if you keep hitting me, I'm growing resentment for you. Because you're telling me there's a change, but I'm still getting my ass whipped. I have resentment, which turns into...
That goes back to yourself. That goes back to what I was saying about unconditional and conditional
love. I can love myself unconditionally, but I can't...
I'm not. To go through that, but that's you're not creating a solution, right? Because if you love a person unconditionally, you're a kid. All right, let's say if the person is your kid was punching you in the face every day.
I would whoop his ass.
Right, but you're not going to stop loving your kid. You're going to help your kid get the right help.
Yeah, but if he can't stop whooping my ass, he can't.
Your ass is going to job corps.
You are going to move out. You're going to get out. Like, sure.
That goes.
I still love you.
It's conditional.
But you can't stay there. It's not conditional.
That's
conditions. My life. I'm saving my life. What do you mean?
But the conditions is you have to preserve your life.
So you love that
is not a condition. That is a boundary.
So you love conditional.
Yes.
Okay, but before you just said you love unconditional.
I love unconditionally on the level of there isn't any conditions that I have to love you on. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need you to have. Like I don't need you with his not really a cheater. Listen, I don't need a female to be any specific. You know what I mean? Like I don't need her to have a job. I don't need her to. You know what I mean? Like as long as she fits and does I mean, as she's supposed to do as a woman.
Oh, you mean under your condition?
No, I don't even have conditions. As long as she's being a woman, a stand-up woman. You feel me? I'm going to be who I'm going to be regardless. My girl done fucked up a couple times over. I'm still around.
Have you fucked up?
Have you fucked up?
Of course.
Okay, so y'all both fucked up and y'all keep taking sugar. Y'all
Unconditional. You know what I'm saying? There's no conditions on me saying I'm just gonna stop loving her because she's be fucking up.
No, I'm gonna break up with you and I'm gonna learn to.
If it doesn't get better, if that keeps happening, if that's a pattern, that is toxic.
Yes, and I'm not.
Some people
are.
Yeah, some people
I'm a toxic love type dude. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not toxic love anymore.
It could be, but to a degree. Once it starts being like to somebody's detriment and you're like cheating on me.
I've been through it. Through it all, and I realized that ain't the way. That is not the way, my brother. Okay, what we need to do is, I'm coming out of the hard girl era. I'm into the soft girl era, the soft woman era now, for real. And it's a really tough transition, for real. Because all my life I had to be a hard nigga in my life. I had to fight. Serious. I had to fight at the
You so hard to beat me.
That's what it is. Well, my ass, they go wear it.
I had to fight at the park for the swing. I had to fight for the bed. I had to fight for socks when I was younger. I had to fight for this. All my life I had to fight, and I'm not fighting no more. Shit!
Now imagine being a man though, right?
Shit!
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Men, especially the black man. I'm fighting for everything, right? And I'm not being loved unconditionally. I better have my bag right. I better smell right. I better smile right. My skin better be together. All these conditions based for me to even be in the playing field. The homeless dude under the bridge downtown is not getting bitches. His conditions are fucked up.
That depends if he got $40 because there's a couple bitches on the corner.
But that's conditional.
But there might be somebody that don't even want it $40. There might be another homeless lady that like his hut. And
that's a condition.
He has a hut. Like there's somebody for everybody.
He has a hut.
You can't say it's convincing because you don't know yet if she's gonna leave him once the hut goes away.
We know that.
How do you know that? You don't even say that. She's already homeless, so what's the difference?
Going away. But that's what I'm saying.
Where's she going?
If the hut goes away,
she's not gonna take her dude to the next bush with her. What are you talking about?
Listen.
I'm just saying the people don't think of it. I mean, they ain't even happy. We don't even know, but we can't say everybody.
We can stick to the correlation now, right? We know what females want, right? We know. He better be 6 feet tall.
What majority?
What he wants? No, we don't know what females want. Shay, please tell us.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. Females don't even know what they want.
So.
But what we do is a condition.
It is though.
It is. Why doesn't matter what we want? So how would you make it? You want to know or have a what?
I would like for it to be even playing field. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So us knowing what we want is an evil playing field because you know what you want. Okay.
Exactly.
Even though knowing what we want is called creating conditions. So you sound like a contradiction.
Hell no. Listen.
I say, is that what you like?
No, because even what you like might not fit. Feel me? He might be everything that you like, but he beat you the fuck up. But you're gonna stop loving him because of that one thing that's incorrect.
Yeah, because I value my life.
The person may not stop loving you.
I hit the dresser. Now I'm dead. So yes, I've been in hashtag no offense. I do have. Okay, I want to admit. I'm not gonna lie. I have Ike Turner vibes. Ike Turner's my uncle.
Oh God.
Yes, my name is Kevin Turner. Ike Turner's my uncle. Sometimes
She's advocating domestic violence.
No, I'm not. I'm not advocating. I'm far against it because listen, let me tell you, I've been in a position before where I have been on both sides. I mean, I was definitely, like I said, I had Ike Turner vibes. I would say something else and I'll punch. You know, and I was the aggressive, for real. And then there was times where I was like, no, wait a minute, Ike, not today, Ike. And then I'm going to the hospital, blood leaking and shit. I had to get 10 stitches in my head for real.
Well, look, you see how your conditions changed real quick?
Yeah.
Did you stop loving him?
Yeah.
My point exactly.
Because the conditions, because he kept beating me, so I stopped loving him.
But look, if you really loved him, you would have helped him get help.
I can only tell you what to do.
No, you
I can bring a horse to water, but I can't make him drink. Don't tell me that. You gotta want to have yourself. You gotta want to have in your heart that you don't want to keep beating the fucking woman you love unconditionally. Stop beating me.
Most people don't even want to get the help. Anyway, right? So what you gonna do? Keeping your ass whooped? No, you said a boundary. But I just feel like
If
you
you
don't
love a
have
person,
to not
you-
love.
if- like I said,
Shout out to
if
Tina
that
for
was,
leaving
like
in the
I
middle of the
said,
night, girl.
like I said, if that was your kid, if that was your kid, you wouldn't give up on your kid.
No,
All right.
no.
So
but you're
how-
not my kid. You're not my spiritual son
This is your
either.
family.
You're my man. You're my husband.
Yeah, this is your
You're
family.
supposed to lead.
Yeah. Whoa. Let's rewind now. Hold on. Because I truly don't believe that men put their hands on women for no fucking reason.
Oh no,
Man,
okay,
it doesn't
time out. We never said there wasn't a reason. But I'm saying there's always a choice to walk away. The weak niggas hit, the strong niggas walk away.
You got to be crazy. So Ike Turner was a weak ass nigga.
Yes, he
because-
was.
Really?
Yes, he was. He was a weak motherfucker because if Tina would have left him earlier, he would be nothing. Real shit. Just because he had.
She would have been Hattie Mae, somewhere in the fucking middle of the South, singing at church.
Ike needed her.
Fuck, no.
Ike needed
He was
her.
already on.
Oh, he was on. She was on, but she made him better.
Okay.
She made him better. Out of all them chicken heads at the club. Out of all them chicken heads at the club, at the where they was up there singing. The only one that touched the motherfucking soul was Tina. Her shoulder started going, and if you felt the soul vibes, whoa, reach at the jukebox, baby, all night long, singing. But yeah, she killed that. But anyway,
So you
make a long story
basically
short.
what you're saying is that once her conditions changed to a level that was greater than his conditions, now he's weak as hell because he slapped her because he felt disrespected?
All I'm saying is
What?
Hold on,
Okay,
here we go. What I'm saying
It is weak. It's weak because you allow, as a man, your emotions.
He loved her unconditionally, so he allowed.
He allowed his emotions.
All I want to say right now is Nam Yaho Renge Kyo. Okay? She had to. Did you see how good she looked after she left him? She was anything for Ike. She was making up excuses while he was beating her ass with the girl. It's okay, girl. You just get mad sometimes, girl. A motherfucker only got to hit me, but what?
That's the lack of self-love.
And that's loving unconditionally. Tina loved him unconditionally.
Hell no.
Anime Boa loved him unconditionally until she got tired of getting her ass beat. Somebody call
Why
her
didn't-
Jesus.
why didn't-
Somebody.
But wait, hold on. Why
Jesus,
didn't-
yeah,
why
can you
didn't-
put,
why didn't Tina
uh,
Turner try to get Ike some help if she loved him unconditionally like that?
Why did you not get that from her?
Because she didn't love herself unconditionally.
Well,
She
how
loved
come
herself. She might have
She wasn't even giving herself anyway. Look who it was. It was Ike Turner wasn't going, nigga. Ike Turner wasn't going. He ran that shit. God damn it, he ran that shit.
He
He's
ran
not
that
playing.
shit.
Back in them days, there wasn't no help, nigga. That was Coke was the help, nigga. Never mind.
If you're saying on one accord that she makes him better, but then on another accord that
She made him better money wise. That's what he wanted.
How?
He wanted material
You know
things.
why? Because she was making him money.
He was in debt.
She was making him money.
Was she making money?
Not possibly being able to think of a solution to help
Okay,
him and his problem that he should be trying to seek help for as a grown man.
Okay, so let me just put it to you like this.
On his own.
In a nutshell. Tina was young, dumb, and gullible. She met Ike, who was in a fast city. She came up to the fast city, got Ike seeing what she was. Once he heard her voice, he realized where she was from, and when he heard her talk, it was something different about Anime Bullock. Then he spent some time with her. Oh, I'm gonna get her. Because if you remember, Ike was already talking to the other girl. And and because Anime is gullible and she was tasting something she ain't never had, I told her, said, I turned over to her mama, I'm gonna take care of her. I got her. Remember, she folded up the money and put it in her breast because he ran over some flowers. You understand what I'm saying? Ike manipulated that. Ike knew what he was getting, and he knew that she was a diamond in the rough. All she needed to do was be brushed off. And he took it to the advantage because he was in debt. He had child support from, because remember when the first baby mama dropped them kids off. Right. Yeah. Don't get me started now. I know about some Ike and Tina. But at the end of the day, she did make him better money-wise. And he realized if he can control that, then, you know, it is what it is. And unfortunately, she got the strength enough to love herself, but still love him unconditionally. But love herself to move on. That's when you see her
When
running
you
in
love
the Rick's
yourself,
head.
when you love yourself, have self-value and worth, you're going to leave somebody, even if you love them, no matter how much, because You
So the
have
conditions-
to love yourself more. It's not about conditions. It's about the
That's
fact that I am
conditions.
self-preservating myself.
That's a condition.
That's not a condition. It is like, it's like a moral compass. Like, why would you want the person that you love to hurt? If you know what you're doing to them hurts them, why do you do it?
Why not get
And
that
then so
person?
why is it get help? How do you?
Just because I can
Why
try
can't
to
you
get
get
some help
self-help?
doesn't mean you're going
But
to
no,
do
the fact
it.
that you the fact that you keep reverting to a woman needing to tell the man he needs help just shows how much Ike needed Tina. He couldn't even think from what you're saying on his own that he needed help. He needed her to tell him.
Nigga,
she
who is
needed her
telling
too.
him? How come your men don't tell you, dog? Don't be putting your
Because
hands
if the
in
person ain't thinking that they need help themselves and don't see the wrong, when that person that they're beating on or disrespecting, they're not going to respect nothing that they say.
And
When you
hashtag
already
therapy
disrespect
works.
them.
Right,
Hashtag
so-
therapy works.
You're saying that.
And most people who are manipulators don't even want to go get help because they like what the fuck they do.
Because being broken
Now,
gets
hold
them
on,
attention.
right? Hold on. So, Tina wearing her sunglasses, making excuses for him, right? You don't think that made the situation worse?
No, she was trying to
It
protect
probably did,
him.
but what that got to do with it?
Gosh.
I mean, it did, because she was allowing it. But what that got to do with the price of tea in China?
But wait a minute, that's her unconditional love for Ike.
That is her unconditional love. That's her and her lack of self-love.
That's her conditional love for herself because she understood
That's
at that
her-
point in time, if she left Ike, her money would have stopped.
Right.
At that point in
You're
time,
crazy.
at that point in time,
You're crazy.
Okay,
the money would have stopped.
You're crazy.
I wanna
Why
put this
would
out.
it?
I wanna
All
put
he
this
did
out.
was make a good talk.
Time out.
You go all the time.
I want to put
Man,
this
you
out.
have another
Time out.
opinion.
Time out. I want to put this out here. Ike left Tina Tina left Ike for a moment to do a solo track with the white man. I can't think of his name. When
think that
I was a little girl. Oh, I had a dog.
Once she became a light,
She
was
hit
the only one
what
that
love
said
got
that.
to do with it. Done. When she hit what love got to do with it.
Wasn't he mad about that?
He came into the dressing room and said,
Because-
and I'm in here.
He
That's
said
her
he
goddamn it, anime. I'm in here.
He was mad at her because he knew she had opportunity
I
to
do something else. Do something
The
else.
whole movie with love got to do with it is based on conditions.
That's what that's about.
Period. What's love got to do with it if the conditions ain't correct?
Well, the title alone is fucking me up. What's love got to do with it?
Because if the conditions ain't right, then they don't got nothing to do with shit.
That was a bad analogy of the movie.
How? What do you mean?
Because it says what's love got to do with it.
Exactly. So when it comes to conditions, what's love got to do with it?
So right now, would you say relationships are more of a business and not love?
Of course, a marriage is a business agreement. There's a license involved. You got to get everything got to be government. Yeah.
Well, just so you can get the benefit of legal.
So that your conditions can be in line.
Yeah. Well, I mean, respectfully, because, I mean, just honestly, real shit. You want your spouse to be able to have some funds, right? When you pass away, if, you don't got no life.
You want your spouse to have conditions.
Right? No, it ain't conditions.
Money is a condition. If I'm broke,
if you're not
You can't say
there,
that's not fair.
if you're not no longer there, and the first of all, I get what you're saying. I don't like it.
Right. That's
But what I'm saying is,
oh my God, my heart.
I don't. But those are my reasons.
First of all, I had no shot. I'm like, right, that's not
I'm like,
condition. But we can still have
But I
conversation.
understand why people do it too at the same time, because if you want to leave something for your spouse, like your social security and shit like that, you're gonna have to be married in the system, because the system isn't going to release it to her unless you're married to you.
Unless some conditions work together.
So if you want to leave that, that's a condition under the matrix system.
Yes.
And if you want to, other than, unless you got it and you get a life insurance policy, then you can say, yeah, fuck it. You don't need that. Because
That's another condition. These are all these conditions that are necessary for this love to be.
But first of all, no, it's not. Who said that? So you got to do that, or I'm not going to be with you. Nobody said that. You heard that.
No, I
I'm
didn't say that.
saying exactly that. If you keep getting,
That's
I'm
okay.
leaving. I'm leaving.
Yeah,
My
you
love is
told me.
coming with conditions. And my love, my
No, I have
conditions are what's my
expectations
life.
of you.
No.
Period.
No. Negative. Hashtag, I gotta take care of these kids. Hashtag conditioned. Hashtag I'm older. Hashtag I've been there, done that. I already know what it was, and I ain't trying to do that no more. Hashtag
Just don't do it.
Let's get into the next topic, right? So we was going to get into the Usher Kiki Palmer situation, right? What y'all feel? What y'all feel about that? Cause y'all already know about the grind. But the grind that shit to dust. Oh, we already know.
I can't wait to hear
Is
it.
you ready? Is you ready? Is you pour in some more
I
for
gotta
it?
feel right.
Well, I'm the first. I'll say this right here. She was dressed ridiculous.
Whoa, they live together.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, why didn't you tell her that before he left the house?
Because you can't tell women nothing.
What?
No.
You can't tell women nothing.
No. I really believe the type of woman Kiki is. If her husband would have said what you wasn't doing, honey, I don't like what you got on or something else. I really believe that she
And that's his punk ass.
Fuck no, she's a breadwinner.
Just because she's a breadwinner doesn't mean she don't respect him.
Right.
So let's get that out. Now, secondly, hold on. My secondly thing I want to bring up is
Not assumption.
Hold on, let me ask y'all something real quick before you even go that
okay.
far,
Before
right?
you can go this far, what's up?
If Kiki Palmer was a regular chick,
She is.
what? She's not regular.
She
She's
is
a killer in the beat.
She's regular.
No, she's
She's
not.
famous to y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. If he made more money, you think she would have been moving around like that?
I personally don't think this is a Kiki and him situation. I believe, hear me out. I believe that it is a him and an Usher situation.
What?
Excuse me, allow me to finish. Please allow me to finish. I believe how it could have been any other man of status because the baby's dad has not reached that status. I believe that he was jealous of that because if you keep in mind, Kiki and him been together for what, like 7 to 10 years or something like that, a couple years. So I believe that it's not that between them. I believe it's between BD and the professional dancer or professional performer. Usher.
He felt jealous.
It could have been Maxwell. It could have been Trey Songz. It could have been.
You don't hate the player. You hate the fucking game.
Well, he hated
So what? It doesn't matter, nigga. He's
He
bitter.
was playing the fucking game.
If he was
I
playing,
think just being a player out there.
if he was playing a game, if BD was playing a game, BD should have stood up and like, God damn, my baby was good. Go ahead,
What?
play the game. Play the game.
He ain't
Play
playing
the
the game
game.
He
Play
got
the game.
emotional.
Yeah, play the game. Because you right now, your logic ain't over.
Listen, y'all keep that energy while y'all niggas be cheating on y'all.
Oh,
mine
hold up, wait a minute. Hold up. Shit get worse, bitch.
Right. Because you know damn well it wouldn't have been no, oh, I gotta take it up with this bitch. What? You're gonna be mad as fuck at your dude for fouling you out like that. Like, yo, this is the problem, all this fucking one-sided shit with females and shit. First, you can't tell her what to wear, right?
He would have made a suggestion.
Say he told her. She said that he liked
What do you
it.
think? Yeah, he probably liked it.
Well, that's
But
his-
she didn't
that's
expect
his
that. She
fault.
didn't know.
That's his fault. He
He didn't
said
expect.
something.
He didn't expect his woman to
He
do
should
that.
have said something.
She was
He
yo.
didn't expect her to do what?
Listen,
He knew-
to be
he
all
knew-
on Usher back. What the fuck
She
you
probably
mean?
didn't expect Usher to come over to her either.
The other chick, some other chick, he rolled up on another chick first, and she jumped on her dude's lap.
Her
Didn't
dude
even
was
give him a
there.
chance.
But her
What
dude
do you
was
mean?
there. It wasn't like
Okay.
her dude was there. She's like,
So now you're saying because he wasn't in the mix, she could do whatever the fuck.
No,
What are you saying?
You said that. You said that. What we are saying is that her dude wasn't there.
Yeah, she went crazy.
Her dude wasn't there.
Right. So she was
Okay.
acting bad.
No, I don't believe that she was acting bad.
Would she have done that if he was there? Fuck out of here.
Maybe because I would tell you what. Mine said.
Oh, you know
My
damn well
friend
she
said
would
if
have
we
did that
was
shit if he
in,
was there.
my
man.
friend said if we was in a situation.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
know.
gonna say it.
I
I'm
know.
not gonna say it.
She the fuck out there.
No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. But you know what you said, boo.
Yeah, she the fuck Usher. She the
No,
one
wait.
with Usher later.
She went over.
If she went out with home that night and he stayed with her, that would have been his fault. Like, first of all,
They
I
played
mean,
spades afterwards.
You.
Kiki, get your life, boo, in a respectful way.
if somebody is treating you in a way that you do not desire to be treated, why would you stick around?
So do you
Well, hold on,
think
he's
that
mistreating
BD?
her?
No, I'm just saying, if he feels like she is mistreating him,
He didn't even
like if you
expect
said
that
she would have went and she probably didn't expect him to come up to her. He was
Hold
doing
on,
his job and surrounding the
hold on.
crowd.
Stop.
So when dudes go to the strip club, do they be like this? When the bitch come up to dance on them?
Are we talking about a nigga that's in a relationship?
Don't they go to the strip club too?
Because
Don't they go to the strip club too?
Look, me personally, I don't go to the strip club no more.
You personally. No more.
But you were in a relationship.
You ain't never go to a strip club when you was in a relationship?
That point exactly. You ain't go to the strip club with your girl in a relationship?
I don't do that.
What?
That could cause you some serious problems.
How? It's okay. We won't go to the boo room together. She won't
You
dance
already
with
know
both
what the
of
strip
us.
club is. Why would you even ask to go to the strip club with the dude if you're gonna get an attitude? Right, you know what it is. It's a strip club. There's butt naked bitches. Like what you
I think when my lady dance, you get a dance.
None's
We're
gonna
gonna
pole.
do this together.
You
We're
gotta-
gonna do this together. And
None's
I had-
gonna pole.
Yeah, and then you know they wouldn't broom, and I was like, I was pacing back and
And then
forth.
you
But
But then look, right? So look, you see what happens when you open Pandora's box?
yeah,
What was the end result?
we ended up breaking up years later due to infidelities.
Right now. Right? Now let's be real, right?
But shit, at least we tried it together at first.
Number one, right? Keke Palmer supposedly she didn't expect Usher to walk up. But she definitely wasn't supposed to react like that.
I'm gonna let you talk.
Right? If it had been just some regular folks, her dude would have had a connection.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
With the regular
He probably would have went. He
Yeah.
came home.
And beat her the fuck up.
knocked her head between the
Oh
dresser and
man.
the wall.
Because why are you disrespecting me like that?
Well, first of all, why are you putting your hands on me?
Why are you putting your butt in this man? Because he sings. Like you
First of all, like
talking.
you're being disrespected or not, the moment you put the hands on me, you want to die. Like you want to die.
Alright, but see, here's the difference.
Emotional abuse
Because
and physical abuse are damn near equal.
emotional,
It's not.
physical, and verbal.
It's all equal.
Oh, yes.
You know what?
I like
Any
you
of
to
it
beat you the
doesn't
fuck
give
up.
nobody
My
the
words
right to
are
put their hands on
Exactly.
people.
I agree. Nobody got the
That's
right
why
to put their
bitches
hands
get
on.
beat up.
You're right, and that's why bitches do get beat up. I've been beat up quite a few times. Oh no!
You should have shut the fuck up.
You're absolutely
No,
right.
You got legs to walk
Hold on.
away.
Let me ask you a
Like
question.
you feel like I gotta knock this shit up.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Would
I'm sorry,
you talk to your boss on your job like that?
Yes, the fuck
Yes.
I will. If I feel like it's needed.
I have.
What do you mean?
And then you be fired.
So what? You know how many jobs out there? You know how many
Well, no, technically,
Yeah,
you
right.
be like a white police officer and get suspended with pay.
You feel what I'm saying?
You know what, Linda? I would like to reserve.
You gonna respect the cop and respect the boss, but fuck you, nigga.
I don't know what you're talking about. But that's I know. I'm not respecting nobody who is not respecting me. Period.
But this man wasn't
You know what?
disrespecting her.
I could respect them all and just not deal with them. I can respect my manager and I can leave still. They are not the only employer, and you're not worth you talking to me like that. Like
You only got
I
one
think it's
man.
something
My
else.
point in saying that was you got one man. So
Yeah,
you
and if my man can't
gonna
respect-
you gonna
if he
disrespect
can't-
him.
If he can't respect me.
But dude didn't disrespect Keke. There was no disrespect done. He was at home thinking this chick was going to just to be there because she's a fucking famous chick. He wasn't expecting her to fucking be on. What the fuck you mean?
He probably heard him watching the cartoon or whatever, and his boy seen it on TV.
Bro, it was fucking smoking his ass. Yo, you see your girl? Usher? Boondocks.
You see them cakes?
Boondocks, bro. You out here looking like Tom, my nigga.
Look at my chest.
Feel me?
I mean,
Off the what, though?
that was just
A pimp named Slickback. And
Negative.
yes, say it with one
That was a
word.
pure stuff,
A
man.
pimp named Slickback.
It
And
was
yes,
a
all
pure
one
stuff.
word.
Well, listen.
I didn't see that one time we could
My girl better than ever. My girl better than ever. My girl better than ever. You know what I'm saying? Extra.
I mean, her face cleared up. She's
She's
feeling herself.
doing it. You're doing her.
So you're saying because what are you talking about? And he was there, right? Man, look, my girl better slide the fuck back. My soul. No slide. Listen. Hold on. Okay. Same regard, right? If a female singer, let's say it's Beyonce,
No, I don't like her. Let's say, I mean,
It's Rihanna. Let's say Rihanna.
That's a bad bitch.
Oh, I know. Usher's a bad motherfucker too, right?
Babe, remember that one dream I told you we had?
Listen, and then Rihanna's all over you, dude. He ain't do nothing. He just, right?
Yo.
You gonna fuck with that for real? You gonna fuck with Rihanna? Oh, so because it's Usher, he gets a pass. So some other random.
Yo, if I was there, I'll probably put my camera on.
What? So you're saying you would enable him to cheat on you?
That's cheating.
Of course. This is very.
That's not cheating if I allowed it.
That's not cheating. That was allowed.
I allowed it.
This is not cheating.
That's allowed.
Look, you see all the backlash this man's going through?
What about him?
Wow, yeah,
That's
dude.
not cheating. That's not cheating.
Okay. Okay.
That's wrong, but smacking a bitch ain't?
Man, smacking the bitch.
This is why.
Look, because this all goes back to conditions, right?
This is why.
Y'all saying that because Usher, the
But what
conditions
is
around Usher is that he's a famous singer, so he gets to get away, right? He gets to get away with entertaining Usher because he's a famous singer. Now, if Usher was a regular nigga, if Usher was a regular nigga,
He's performing.
it don't matter.
He's performing.
She didn't have to feed into it to that degree.
To what degree?
There's
He didn't put her booty on his penis.
What? The beginning, that's how it started. He was on that boat.
Oh, I mean, I didn't see it in there. That's what
He was on that boat.
So listen, y'all. We gotta go to the left.
Was he standing there? He came up behind her. I missed that part.
So listen, we're still undecided on the Kiki Palmer and
I'm decided.
He could have waited until he got home and said,
Listen, I'm decided.
He's
Let my girl do some nut shit like that. It's
"You
one
want to go back anyway?"
because you love unconditional.
You damn right.
She already
You see that right there? You see that right there? Look, hey, everybody out there. You see that right there?
She wanna get my way.
Listen, that is emotional abuse.
No, you
Because I'm loving you unconditionally. I'm gonna do So children that are loved unconditionally by their parents and are being told exactly how they need to maneuver, are they being abused too?
Come on.
We gotta put it.
They don't even call them moving away that is detrimental to them.
Oh, so you don't feel like Kiki Palmer moving like that was not detrimental to that man?
To him and his emotions.
Man, wow. So why is it okay for a female to abuse the idea of knowing that her man loves her?
The same way the man does it when he cheats.
Huh?
I mean, it's the same way the man does it when he cheats. The man cheats, and I'm coming back to my female because she loves me unconditionally. And she'll
If I ever see a man at a strip club getting and hit his person on them and dropping splits for the dick. You see her face? They are not saying nothing about that.
well, listen. The conversation still going to continue, but unfortunately, the production of this specific episode has to end because we have to get up out of here, and I got work in the AM. So we're gonna holler at you. I'm your host, Slim. We got Fredo in the building. We about to exit the building, and then we got Shay, Gaia Goddess. But y'all know what it is. Soul Connection. Holla at us. Here in one. Oh shit. End of video. You're crazy.
In love though.
Yeah, stupid. And I do with the next. I'm with Usher. I do with Usher. So you did all that just to die, and I just go with Usher.
So look, you basically said it's okay to emotionally abuse men. That's fucked up. He can lose that.
Why can't I exit the video?
What the fuck you doing? It's What?
Y'all, I apologize. I know y'all hear us in the background.
This is crazy.
He emotional just like us. That's how we be, right?
You have to control.
Yup, that's the name of all. Y'all just like us.
Hey, Fredo, do me a favor, boo. Can you look on your phone or somebody look on their phone and see if it's recording still? And say it is, and it's I tried
I
to
went
stop
on
it.
out on Facebook. If I had an issue, I would have said something to him when I got home. Period.